Yate, New Mexico. Welcome to my channel, New Mexico Outdoors with Mountaintop Bob. Thanks for coming along. So you might be wondering about the title, Only the Strong Survive. It's in response to questions that I've been getting about these horses that I like to photograph and video. One of the questions is, are they truly wild? Well, here's what I know. Lefty, this horse you're looking at close up right here, and the reason all my video in this video is all the video in this video is close up because of another question, but we'll get to that in a moment. Yeah, this is Lefty. Look at them nice strong feet. He was here when we came here. We bought our house here 3 years ago, and he was already here. He was a young guy then, a colt. He didn't have a herd. He was running with another horse that we like to call Poncho. He's in some of the earlier videos. He's kind of disappeared over the hill. He's found somebody over there that likes to just brush him and take care of him and pet him and all of that, and he's turning into a big old pet over there. Alright, so enough said about him. This is Lefty, and he was a layabout horse. He laid around on my property here for day in and day out. I gave him some hay, gave him some water, and he kind of took advantage and started tearing stuff up. He tore up my wheelbarrow, busted a hole in the bottom of it trying to break ice in the wintertime. So we had to quit giving him water, quit giving him hay. He was just getting to be a total nuisance, and he wasn't mine, and none of these horses are mine. I want to put that out there right now, that I don't own any of these horses. I'm not a horse owner. Check out this guy. This is a brand new member of Lefty's family. Okay, so Lefty was never caught. I never seen him pinned up or whatever. He's been around the whole 3 years, so I'm pretty sure he hasn't seen a vet or he hasn't seen a farrier or none of that stuff. In the meantime, as he grew, by the time he was 2.5 years old, I would say, he had him a little herd. And it's grown into what you see now is he's got 20, including him. There's 20 horses in his herd. That little guy right there was born less than 24 hours before I shot this video. And we'll get on to him in a minute. This guy here, he was born probably 3 or 4 months ago. There he is, the little guy. And the mare will let him nurse for an entire year. He'll get an entire year of her milk. And so whenever she gets ready to foal again, she'll kick him off, and when she has her new baby, she'll be ready to go with to be able to feed that baby. Alright, so this little guy here, he does not belong to her. He's going to mama right now. Here she is. I videoed this mare here off and on for a year. She's been with Lefty. She's been with him a long time. And I'm almost positive that's his colt. I'm pretty sure she was with him more than a year ago. I'm pretty sure that is Lefty's colt for sure. That being said, another question I was asked was about their health. How healthy are they? How do they, are they fat? Are they seem to be pretty and all that. How come they're not rounded up and trimmed, the hooves trimmed and shots and vet checked and all of that? Well, these horses belong to the Navajo, and they run free on the open range in Las Tuces Valley. This particular herd here does, and there's 2 other herds that also run free in Las Tuces Valley on the other end. These guys, Lefty and Big Daddy and Pistol Pete, they all have their own territory, and they guard it pretty well. They will fight off the other stallions when they come around, or at least make an effort to. And obviously, Lefty's won a few of those battles because he's stolen enough mares. He now has him a really nice family going. Another question I get is about their feet. The reason their feet are in such good shape is because they travel like horses are supposed to do, somewhere around 20 miles a day. And they just graze and move and graze and move, and they're constantly on their feet, they're constantly moving. And horses in the wild will not stand in the wet. They will not stand where water's standing or in the mud. They'll go find a high and dry place to stand around. So They don't get stuck in corrals and places, you know, where they're standing in muck and this and that. So that also helps. Another thing is natural selection. If a horse is born out here on the open range, and he has bad feet, he probably wouldn't survive to breed. Or if he's born out on the open range, he has a bad mane or bad coat, I guess, whatever. He probably wouldn't survive to breed either. If one of these horses gets in a fight and breaks a leg, like Lefty gets in a fight with another stallion and breaks a leg, he would probably die. If he got his jaw broke, got kicked in the jaw and it broke his jaw, he would probably die. He probably wouldn't survive. So they have to be strong to survive. That's just the way it is. All right, so another thing about them, as I've noticed, and this is stuff that I've noticed, not stuff that, you know, that I've read or anything, it's things that I've noticed. There's a little horse going to show up here in a moment. I'm going to comment on him, and I named him Hal Diego. Hal Diego. He is about, I would say, a month and a half, maybe going on 2 months old, and he can run with the wind already. And as it turns out, that's pretty important, that these little babies grow up and within just a few weeks they're able to get up and get after it. There he is laying in the background back there. I know him when I see him. He looks so much like that horse Hal Diego in the movie, I had to call him that. There he is, getting him a drink, getting him some nourishment. That is one high-stepping little colt that can fly with the wind. I actually have a video, a few videos back, where Lefty was trying to move him out of an area into a different area, and his mama just couldn't figure it out where to go through the fence at. So he had a heck of a time. He had to chase Hal Diego down, and Hal Diego outran him. That's when he got his name. That's when I gave him the name Hal Diego, because he flies like the wind. Long, straight-legged. All right, so another thing is about, you know, a lot of people see horses off and on that they're just skinny. Their bones show and this and that. And as you see here, these horses are all fat and healthy. For not being vet checked, not being kept up, never getting any sweet feed, never getting any hay. All they get is what they graze out here. These are the true Mustangs. And as you can see, that mare, she's still just fat and healthy. Look on her rump right there. That's where her afterbirth or her water broke when she was laying down. When she had that guy, it's still there. That little guy's still wobbly. He's probably only like 12, 16 hours old right there when I made this video. Ain't he pretty though? Look how big his head is. It looks like he's all head and legs. Love taking pictures and shooting videos of these horses. I just can't get enough of it. I hope I'm not boring people with it. All right, so let's move on. The things they got to be able to do to survive, they got to be able to live on what's out here to eat, and that comes with generation after generation. Actually, the ones that can't survive on the foliage out here in the high desert, they don't make it. This guy here, or girl, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure she or he probably came from Big Daddy. This horse has the same face, the same color, the same mane almost. I mean, just a beautiful horse. Gorgeous horse. Look at these three guys. These are three mares right here. Three mares and a filly. Two mares and a filly. I'll get it right in a minute. Pretty horses. There's the brand new baby getting something to drink. All right, so to make it out here on the open range, year after year, winter after winter, summer after summer, through drought and through monsoon season, it's because these horses live here. They live in the wild here. They're out in it every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, whatever how you want to put it. This is where they live, and they've learned to survive. They're at a point where they're just healthy, and they're wealthy. Like a big family, that's why I call them wealthy. And they're wise. Stupid horses don't make it out here either. These guys have to learn really fast, and mama teaches. But there's prairie dog holes, there's coyotes, there's rattlesnakes, there's any number of things they can get tangled up in. Loose wire, loose barbed wire, stuff is just everywhere around out in the open range. There's just, it's not totally littered, but there are places that these horses could get in trouble. And so they have to be smart. They have to follow the rules. They have to stay with the herd. Lefty's pretty good at keeping everybody rounded up. He likes to get off by himself and get way away from them from time to time, but he does a pretty good job. All right, so that's going to round it up for today. Hope everybody enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See ya.